Okay, all right. Take two. Only a couple minutes later than planned. But here we are. Look at that. I now have people who are on this stream hosting me. Hooray. So yeah, today we're playing more D&D, and let me show you who we are playing with. All right. Hello. Welcome. So, I am Kilted Crow, Ian. I'll be the DM for this evening again. Hi, Mel. So, here we are. We're here to play some Dungeons and Dragons. And because I am still on this kick where I just want everybody to play the same class and see what sort of shenanigans happen, we are all rogues this evening. Oops, all rogues. It's a roguelike. So, in case you didn't see last time, basically I just want to see what happens when I give 5 people the constraint of roll me a level 3 rogue, and then give them no further direction beyond like how to roll their stats. And I always get like a sweet, weird, diverse group, and it's always a blast. Though with rogues, we're a little bit less we're a little bit less diverse than usual, just because rogues. But we'll sort of go around here. I'll go in the order uh, that my Discord's popping up. I honestly don't know if it's even the same for you guys. So we'll start. For me, what is top left? We'll start with Ark. Go ahead and introduce yourself. Go ahead and introduce your character. Give us a little description of the character, and give us a little quick like one sentence why they're neat. Give us a neat fact about your character.
Make it jazzy. Okay, my character is a catling, which is like a tabaxi, but really probably like 2.5 foot tall. And she was found as a kitten by a human who were very well-meaning, but also horrified when their kitten started to stand up, like baby and stuff like that. So they reasoned that their cat daughter must be another human that's been turned to a cat by some enchantment. So Fluffy grew up believing this, and she is on a quest to figure out who did this to her. She wants to get turned back into a human. I think that's the interesting fact about her too.
I like it.
That's Fluffy.
All right. And next, continuing around the clock here, we have Ian. Please introduce yourself and your character.
Yes, so I am the other Ian, and I am playing Kettrick Two Worlds. He is a half orc, half elf, half orc, so a little bit different blend. He is what I jokingly say is the sexiest orc you'll ever meet. And fun fact about him is that he is on the run from being falsely accused of murdering his adopted dad. So fun story there. Yeah. That's it.
All right. So next down the list, we have a birthday boy. So A, happy birthday. B, and go ahead and introduce yourself.
My character, Eric Ukra, the bird. His name is Fox Darrow, and he put the most, but I do know that he is a former. Basically, he was rescued by somebody else. Somebody force gumped him, and then he just walked away.
So,
Steal shit.
so that was That actually came through a little bit choppy, so we heard like a good mix of his name is Fox Arrow, Bird, someone Forrest Gumped him, so now he steals shit.
Perfect.
Which,
Seems about right.
Sometimes the remix is better.
Okay.
Oh, jeez.
so we'll work on that.
Well, we'll figure that out.
Yeah.
Wondering if it was my connection or if it was my mic. Maybe I need to.
That's better
That could
actually.
be. Yeah,
That-
it could
yeah.
be.
I could grab my laptop if I really wanted to.
Okay,
Hello!
we back.
We did it. We learned some things.
We back. Things are better now. Things have changed slightly. You may notice I look different.
Yeah, Ark, how you doing?
All right, so I was about to explain what the heck these people are doing. All right, so minimize all this stuff. Bring this back. Move my beer out of the way. All right. So.
Hold my beer.
um,
Tom the Olympian asks,
do we need
do we need to do introductions again?
Yeah, for the stream, did everybody hear the intro? Like, did everybody get did everybody get who is who? I guess is the real big question.
Are we lagging again?
Because otherwise I could just be like Dave, Frank, Jeffs, and Jessica. So, okay.
We are lagging again.
We're always gonna. So, yeah. We are always gonna lag. And I hate it. Okay. Okay. Alright, so we'll go again. Different order this time because everybody's in a different order this time. So we'll Tom is last. So yeah, we'll start still counter-ish clockwise. We're gonna zigzag our way down. But yeah, so we'll start with Ian in the corner. Who is you? I gotta ask, how false is the accusation? Like, pretty false, or like, okay. Okay. Okay, good. They can't hear you now. All right. WTF.
Ah!
All right.
Your backstory was too good.
Fucking why? No, now it's I hate this, kids. I hate it. This is why you can never do anything fun.
Mamas, don't let your babies grow up to be streamers.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Charlie, don't stream, Charlie.
Alright, what happens if I... No, because that's that. We don't need that. Let's see. Speakers.
Oh, I think they were talking about Ian Ashland.
They are.
Yeah.
They can't hear Discord at all. But if somebody on Discord talks now...
Hello?
Hello.
Aha!
Did
There
you
we
find the
go.
Discord button?
There we go. Okay. Better. All right.
Hello again.
Hooray.
Hello. One more goddamn time.
With feeling.
The audio meters are dancing around the way they should be now. They weren't before.
How do you feel about giving your backstory again?
I'm here for it. I mean, I love talking about.
All right, yeah, one more time, for the crowd this time.
From the top.
One last time. My name is Peter Parker, and I'm.
Yes, exactly.
Well played.
So I am playing Kettrick Two Worlds, a half orc, half elf. As I've mentioned for three unheard times, he is the sexiest half orc you'll ever meet. And he is also on the run from false accusations of murdering his adopted father.
All right. I guess next in physical order, I'm the other Ian. I'll be your DM this evening. I will be the rest of the cast. Everybody else here is just here. No.
Me? Is it
Yeah,
me?
yeah. Who's
Oh yeah, that's right. We're on the same camera now.
Yeah, right.
Hello, my name is Ark. I'm playing the role of Fluffy the Catling, which is it's like a tabaxi, but it's shorter, much like just a normal cat on two legs. Just like 2.5 feet tall. And this was a race actually made by my friend Zach that I played in a campaign a little while ago. So that's pretty exciting too. That's the fun fact about catlings. She grew up in a human household. She was taken in as a kitten or a young catling. Catlingling. I don't know. And mistaken for an actual cat. And when she grew up and started to walk on two legs, babble like a toddler, her parents were very freaked out by this and assumed that this must be a human child that has been transformed into a cat form. So she grew up believing that, and she still does to this day. Kittenling. Baby kittenling.
Yeah, fun fact about that. We only found this out like a week ago, but the DM that created catlings for this campaign, he created them because he hates halflings as a player race.
Yeah, we played in that campaign for a few years, and we found that out last week.
He didn't really elaborate why.
There were no halflings, only catlings. And we were like, alright, that's just how it be.
I feel attacked.
I feel like that falls into this similar category of my homebrew world where the gnomes are extinct for a very similar reason.
Once again, I feel attacked. Is that a thing that has happened now?
What?
I think you've only no, in the Band of Bards game you were a half orc.
Yeah.
So
no, I was an orc. I was a full orc.
Full orc.
No half measures. No
half measures.
Oh.
Wait.
Except our half orc here.
Wait.
All right. Anyway.
Anyway. All right. So keep going around the circle. Kate, who are you?
Yes. I'm playing Biddy Smalls, who is a Lightfoot halfling rogue child. She was raised by her very senile grandfather, who was a master thief back in his day, and since he was senile and didn't really know how to raise her, he actually taught her how to be a really good thief. And she doesn't say much. She's very cherubic in face, so like curly hair and big green eyes, and looks pretty innocent, but she will kill you.
Love it. And Lukey?
I'm playing a... Oh, where'd my character sheet go? I'm playing an Aarakocra, I think it's called.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a bird person. His name is Fox Zero. He is a former captain in a military somewhere, an army or something. But he got Forrest Gumped. Somebody ran in, rescued him, the whole shebang. And he basically just left and decided to just steal shit. I guess.
Hi, Tony.
Anthony is here.
That's amazing.
roommates, right? See, that was
I'm sorry.
yeah.
All right.
For those of you who missed it, Luke's audio was a little choppy the first time, so we really only heard like Fox Zero, Bird, Forrest Gump, Steel Ship. So
I have been 100% on board.
This
since
version
then.
is much more robust.
This is more robust, but
Make
I
a lot
don't.
more
It's
sense.
but yeah, it's still good. Like I feel like I got the whole message the first time. Really, now that I've heard the full message, I'm like, no, those were the parts we needed.
That was the hero we needed. Who is this? Very good, very good.
All right, last but not least, Tom, who are you playing today?
I am playing Garmin Hillfinder. He's a young adult halfling who, at some point in his teenage years, ran into what he perceived as an elder god and has gone a little bit crazy. He's a little weird, mostly harmless, and kind of is tries to be a natural entertainer, but often just weirds people out.
Love it.
Can relate.
Yeah.
Relatable.
Yeah. Yeah. If we're all honest here. Yeah.
I hope that Garmin's sense of direction is very good.
It's a little rough sometimes, but most of the time he's right on the money.
Nice.
Occasionally leads you directly into the ocean. Only occasionally. Only occasionally.
Yeah,
So. Half an hour in, we can finally start playing.
Yes.
And so, in quick summary, the assembled party of rogues here, they have been summoned to do a quick little errand for an archmage. What is?
No.
Yeah,
The video is dropping again.
hate it.
Oh no.
Oh,
You
no.
know what?
I mean, it's now- it's
gonna power through
Not- Yeah, it's not frozen. It seems. There we go.
it. Yeah,
It's all right.
yeah. We're gonna
Okay.
power through it because I'm
Yeah.
sure that's just gonna keep happening.
Yeah.
Because we
Just
can't
gotta
have
get
nice things.
Because yeah, we can't have nice things.
Yep, clearly.
Everything's been taken from us. Our toilet paper, our hand sanitizer.
Oh, okay. So,
Our pasta.
Yeah, our like take delivery tacos, our Pizza Hut.
apparently, disabling low latency mode seems to work.
Like in Twitch or
Yeah,
just
if you're
in
watching
general?
it, like,
Oh, okay.
is the video buffering? Use low latency toggle in the advanced menu.
Coming from this end, so we're sorry.
Oh, can
Latency
can
did
someone
not
drop
seem to fix that.
that? Oh, no. Never mind.
What?
I was going to recommend that someone drop that in chat.
No. They can still hear.
Latency has not helped my stream.
Is there an outgoing setting somewhere that we can...
I don't know.
It doesn't help much, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, just put.
Yeah, there's I mean this is everything is set the same way it was last time, so there's not much we can do on this end without stopping the stream again.
Right?
Don't make me turn the stream around.
Hey, on the bright side, it's I'm assuming it's recording through Discord and not through the stream anyway. So at least the recording, maybe.
Maybe. I don't know. The recording at first, so
Stream is almost completely frozen for me.
Yeah, it is basically at this.
great.
Oh, Ian.
I know. Let's see. Trying to think if like any sort of if there's anything that like I mean I'd have to turn off the stream again, which is fine, it's doable. But wonder if there's like anything I can like turn off or reduce on this side.
Right.
So for me, I'm I'm getting video is frozen, but I'm at least getting all of the audio.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I think everyone's hearing us. They're just not seeing us.
Okay.
We could try to just push through and hope it catches up, or
Yeah,
That's kind of what I'm thinking.
I think at this point that's probably our best bet.
That's cheap, right?
No.
All right, so yeah, what we'll just try and push through this. If at any point you folks listening, and thank you for now listening instead of watching, please let us know if you can't hear us for whatever reason or if it completely dies. We do have an eye on chat and stuff, so, but in any case.
Can hear but not see. Okay, so good. All right, they can hear.
Okay, so
That's good enough.
good enough for our purposes. I mean, I can always just throw up a title card instead of, but I hope that we're frozen on, like, at least a hilarious, like, expression on all of our mutual
I can
faces.
Sorting itself out a little bit.
okay.
So, in any case, so we'll just continue like it's radio, which is a thing I went for school for. So, you've been hired to serve an archmage for a quick little errand. Basically, what's happened is he has a trusted courier, guy who's worked for him for years, and who has gone missing, unfortunately. He went missing in the vicinity of a nearby town, little village, little farming, orchard village called Froenfeld. Very German. And the courier had the main problem. The loss of the courier is bad news because he was a valued servant and he was very reliable until yesterday. But the main problem was what he was carrying, what he was bringing to the Archmage was an amulet. The amulet, very valuable, seeing as an Archmage is getting it, probably magical, you know, if you had to guess. And he figures, if this guy was hijacked by a bunch of highwaymen or anything like that, just, you know, if somebody stole from this courier and tied him up or whatever, who better than a bunch of thieves and rogues and you? So,
Awesome.
so you guys have been dispatched to the little hamlet of Froenfeld. You guys, like, he sends you off pretty immediately after you've been summoned. He doesn't seem to think that this is a dangerous mission.
This is a good idea.
Yeah, he seems like you guys are fine. You'll be able to go and get this. Just pick up an amulet. If you find my guy, awesome. If you find him and can bring him back, even better. But the
amulet's the most important thing.
Yes.
Human lives.
Not so much. So, you guys get to...
Sorry, I just looked over and Lukey's face was frozen at a very beautiful moment.
I think that's really what we have to do. I think we have to just keep making strange faces more or less constantly, so that if it does hitch up...
Yeah.
I think this is...
Lukey's face is always a beautiful moment. Let's be honest now.
It's true.
That's all.
It's always a beautiful moment.
I agree with that.
Okay.
So,
Ooh.
ooh. So you guys, it's a pretty uneventful journey. It's just like, it's a sleepy little farming town. The next village over is another sleepy little farming town. There really aren't a lot of bandits or anything in the area that anybody really knows of, so...
There are now.
There are now.
Seriously.
You guys shut up. So, you guys arrive... Let's see, whenabouts do you arrive? You guys arrive sort of like towards dusk, just getting into nightfall. You know, sun's just starting to set. It's that beautiful golden hour. And as you guys arrive at basically what passes for the city gates, you see a bunch of houses. You see a quaint little town square, and you see in the square, it looks like the villagers are preparing for a big-ass feast. Trestle tables are being laid out. You can see barrels of cider being rolled around. You can see various meats and breads being like brought out of houses and smokers. So you can see all kinds of like goodies being rolled around. The village is bustling. And as you guys walk in, you're immediately noticed by a group of children. You know, farm kids are just running around. They should be helping, but they're not. And they notice, and they're quickly, like, pointing at you guys and yelling all excited, like, visitors, visitors! And they just start yelling over towards just an old man sort of sitting in the middle of proceedings, kind of directing things. And they're like, Dieter! Dieter! Come, we have visitors! And they go run off and be kids. So, this old man approaches you. He introduces himself. He's like, hello, travelers. My name is Dieter. I am the mayor of Frohenfeld. Welcome. You are just in time for our Harvest Festival celebration. Septemberfest. What brings you to town today?
Well,
And now you guys talk.
what is D&D? Fluffy
Yeah,
kind of
what's
strolls
this
up and I assume looks up at Dieter.
Yes, yeah, he's average height for a human.
And she says, well, we heard that somebody was missing.
Missing? Who is missing?
That is a good question. I have a short memory span. She steps back.
Here. It was some sort of courier? Courier. It was a courier.
Yes. In the employ of one archmage.
Who we definitely remember the name of.
Who you were definitely totally told the name of right at the beginning by someone.
This is too early for a quiz.
Yeah, no, it's way too early for a quiz. The quiz is later. But
I've already written down notes.
and I was like, you were the first travelers to come into town in a few days. We haven't seen anybody, sort of a courier or anybody come through lately. Though we're happy to have.
Perceive the darkness.
That is a 3.
Wow. You find
4. Sorry.
4. Oh, that's so much better.
Much better.
You find yourself in absolutely 0 dark alleys.
These alleys are all lit.
You find
This place seems pretty safe.
yeah.
This kid smoking jewels?
It's just some upper middle class neighborhood. They're all just a bunch of rich kids.
From what you can see, everybody just does their crime right out in the open. They have to. Where else would they do it?
I mean, I do.
You wouldn't. Like, there's nowhere to do any crime. So.
This place has open crime lords.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like, at this point, you're half expecting someone to just get stabbed right in front of you.
This village is too perfect.
I think
It's quaint. I hate it.
my character is going to try to find the kids that were super excited,
Okay.
and immediately started screaming about travelers showing up.
Mm-hmm.
and sort of get information out of them, see if they had seen anything, thinking maybe they'll be more honest.
Okay. All right. So yeah, give me a quick perception. Find the kids.
Quick perception.
I'll give you a hint. They're covered in bullshit bits.
19.
Okay. So yeah, you're able to find that particular pack of kids. It's a small village, so there aren't a crazy number of kids around anyway. So you find them pretty quickly. They're over playing that playing with
Playing William Tell.
I was gonna say the hoop game because there are so many barrel staves around, but no, I like William Tell. I like William Tell better. So yeah, no, you find over near a barn, completely unsupervised. You find three youngins. One of them with the apple poised right on top of the head, and then another one with it's a kid's bow. So it's like, but it's not like he's got a long bow or a heavy crossbow or anything like that.
Is it a real arrow?
I could give
That's
them
the
one.
most important part.
It is. It is a real arrow. But the kid, you look at him and you're like, nah, I think he's got. You look at the kid and he definitely has that childlike. Nah, I got this. I got a bow. I know how to use this. This is fine. I can totally get this right off of Kenny.
My character's gonna step in the way, and he's gonna pull the arrow out of the bow, and just sort of throw it on the ground. Be like, knock that shit off. And he's gonna flash a few gold coins. How many kids are there?
There's 3.
It's gonna make it rain.
I'm gonna pull out 3 gold coins and say, there's a gold coin for each of you. If you tell me, have you seen any other travelers show up in the past week or so?
Okay. Go ahead and give me a persuade with advantage. Kids love shiny things.
They do.
A
They really
14.
Okay. Alright, so yeah, sort of the kid who's still standing over with the apple, he's ready. Like, he's like, no, we're doing this. We're doing this. But he's like, so, I haven't seen anybody in a week. I saw a guy maybe 8 days ago.
Alright, well, that sort of works as well.
He was going same direction you guys came from. He came from the south road, and he was on his way through. We haven't seen him come back.
So he did pass through?
Yeah. We did see a guy come from that direction and ate an apple and went on his way.
All right.
We chased him around for a bit. He didn't want to play.
Alrighty. Okay, so I'm gonna give the gold coin to the 2 kids in front of me, and then walk over and take the apple off the kid's head, drop him 2 gold coins, take a bite of the apple, and walk off. Say thanks.
Awesome.
What a cool bird.
So as you guys are milling around, do you take part of the festivities? Everybody in town is definitely like, every time you get near any food or cider or anything, everybody's like, dude, try this one. This one's the best. This one's the best. The cider's all pretty much like, everybody's got the same cider, like the mayor said, but everybody is super proud of their particular pie recipe.
Ooh. Okay, solid. Well, I am going to. Kettrick is definitely all about everything. Like, all of the food, all of the drink he can have, he will be eating and drinking all of it.
Awesome. Anybody else?
Yeah, I'm sort of walking around, every time I see like an apple or something that's loose, I'm trying to juggle it as I walk, and then like grabbing a slice of pie from someone and like trying to eat it while still like being entertaining.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a performance.
That's much better than my last one. 23.
Okay, yeah, no, you're managing to do all that pretty flawlessly. Like, you get the apples going in the air, and then a pie comes in, and then you keep going with the apples.
Yeah.
I
Just. Oh, you're cutting
see
out
if I
again.
can. I can fix that. But
There we go.
yeah, if while the juggling is going on at some point, I just want to pick up an apple and see if I can knock one of the apples that's being juggled like away, like as he's doing it.
Okay.
Like
So, but an apple though, not another.
Not my dagger. Not
Okay,
my dagger.
okay.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Go ahead. All right. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead. Go ahead and give me an attack. Just an improvised thrown weapon attack with an apple.
So that's a 12.
That's a 12. Okay. And Tom, go ahead and give me a dexterity save to maintain the arc.
And that's an 8.
That's an 8. All right. So yeah, you manage to, like, right at the top of the arc, you bonk one of the apples out with another apple.
Yeah.
And go ahead and give me another. Go ahead and give me another performance, Tom, to see how well you deal with that. See how well you work that into the act.
25.
25.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you successfully managed to work that new element into the act. How do you do it?
So I see it as it like hits it. I kind of just like reach up and grab both of them, and then toss them up, and then continue just like juggling with the new apple.
Okay. Success. All right. And with that, everybody in the crowd's like, "Oh, dude, all right, yeah." Like, they're definitely, like, you guys are pulling off the entertainment. Like, people are more than happy to feed you for the entertainment. You get the vibe that there's not a lot of entertainment in this town beyond talking about apples and doing stuff with apples. So,
No.
We're simple apple people.
simple apple people. What are you thinking?
people.
Yeah, do they know any facts?
Do you know any facts?
Buffy's probably kind of just puttering around, going from booth to booth, taking a good sniff in of things. Maybe, like, coming across an apple and, like, say there's an apple on a counter or something, she might reach out and kind of bonk it and then run away. And then she kind of saunters back to it and just kind of knocks it off the counter and then runs away. That's kind of how Fluffy do.
That's kind of how you do.
Yep.
All right. So as the evening goes on, you sort of eventually get to the point where they're definitely starting to, like, roll out the main course. This is when the meat comes out, the vegetables. This is when, like, the actual proper celebration begins. And you are waved over to an empty table, kind of in the middle-ish, not right dead in the center of everything, but in a spot where you're not ostracized to the side by a tavern serving woman. I honestly don't know, like, part of me wants to just say serving wench, because that's the time period we're working with, but that does not feel right, you know?
A waitress.
A waitress, yeah, like, I like waitress. Waitress is good. Waitress is a good generic term. So yeah, you're flagged over to this like open table by a waitress. She definitely just came out of the tavern. She has a bunch of mugs of cider set out for you guys already. There are plates, no food on them. It's buffet. But yeah, she waves you guys over.
Fox is gonna pick up one of the mugs of cider and start to drink it like a human, and it's gonna go out the side of his beak. the mug, barely any of it goes in his mouth, but he drops it. Delicious. Acts like nothing was wrong with what he just did.
Beautiful.
Also, I don't think birds have taste buds, so.
I don't think so either. Yeah.
I don't think so. Yeah.
Maybe an extra little layer of insulting.
Anybody with a good enough like survival or nature type
Yeah,
check would know that it's not a very good compliment coming from an Aarakocra, but I think
Go ahead and give me a deception on that.
Uh-oh. Charisma's my dump stat.
Oh no.
do.
So I rolled a 2, and it's a -1, so I got a 1. It's not a natural 1.
You're just like, ah, yeah, this is great.
She's
You should look at it in the eye.
she's being polite. She knows what you did. Like she may not know much about Aarakocra. She may not know the particulars of your anatomy or your taste buds or anything like that, but she's just kind of like, it's okay that you just spit that out. It's fine. It's okay. You tried. You tried.
I gaze into my mug of cider, and I just slowly stick my whole face in it because it's at that level where I can't just lap it off the top.
Oh, so it's just like one of
There's just, the cat put their face in the glass. That's happening. I take a little sip and come back out. Sorry.
I walk up, still juggling the apples and like trying to catch them and put them down gracefully. I'm sorry about my friend here. He seems to have forgotten how to drink for a moment. Just like looking at Fox and being like,
They have no straws.
Also, as the juggling was stopping,
your
I just
own.
wanna snatch one out of his hand, like out of the air, and eat it.
All right, give me a sleight of hand to snatch one of them.
23.
Okay, yeah, you definitely do so.
I'm just like waiting to catch that one apple.
Thanks, Carmen.
You're welcome.
I'm sitting on the. You said it was a table in the center of the square,
Yep.
right?
Yep, just like a big
Yeah.
trestle table with benches.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit on the bench like completely with my feet up, like kind of hugging a stein, and I'm just like the stein's almost as big as I am. I'm just kind of sitting there like, juice. I'm excited, like drinking it and just kind of holding it with my feet.
How tall is Biddy Smalls?
Pretty small.
Like it's like halfling
She's about
child.
2 feet.
Okay, all right.
She's
so,
about 2 feet, maybe not even.
So Biddy's a little shorter than I am. Okay.
Yep.
He's tiny. Yeah.
I am
So yeah, just
so
hold
much taller.
We're like baby chicks to you.
Well, even
Yeah.
like literally everyone in this party is taller. Even Garmin, who, while also a halfling, like you're a full-grown man, right?
Yeah.
So you're like what,
She's a
3
cute
feet
little-
tall?
I think I'm like 3 feet tall. I'm
Solid.
not sure how big halflings can get.
Not very big.
Not
We've
much
got
bigger.
a good squad.
Yeah, it's a good squad. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say he's right around 3 feet.
Alright.
Love it. So everybody, over the course of the evening, you all sit, you all eat, you all drink, you all make merry with the townsfolk.
Stab the meat with my dagger.
Yeah.
Okay. Try and steal anything else while we're in a non-combat setting.
I mean, if anything's interesting, then
I was gonna say.
While everyone else is going around trying to steal stuff, I'm trying to distract people by like doing weird tricks and.
You're actually a bard.
Nice.
Wait a minute.
All right. So we'll do
He's
this.
a rogue that wants to be a bard.
I also
Couldn't
really
get in college. His grades weren't good enough.
So go ahead. We'll start with Tom. Go ahead and give me another performance to determine your distraction.
13.
14. Okay, it's not the best, but you're not like dropping apples or anything like that. You're just not on your game as you've been all
Drunk.
night. A little, it's taking its effect. So everybody else who's trying to lift some shit, go ahead and give me a sleight of hand.
Okay.
No particular bonus because the distraction there.
I'm not necessarily trying to lift
1v1.
things. I'm trying to lift information. I'm trying to eavesdrop.
Okay. Okay. So you give me a
18.
perception. 18. What else?
18.
Okay.
And I had a 21.
Okay. All right.
Sleight
So
of hand is my expertise.
yeah. Rogues stealing shit. Yeah. Yeah. So you guys managed to do. So you guys who are stealing things, you all managed to lift about. Each of you gets about another 5 gold over the course of picking various pockets. That was your perception.
17.
17. Okay. So yeah, with your eavesdropping, you hear a bunch of stuff. Like you hear a fair amount of smack talk about the village next door.
Yeah.
You hear that they might be like
Scrubs.
they're trying to be they're also an orchard.
Bunch of posers.
Yeah, they're also an orchard town, but you hear like they might be mixing pear juice in there to like thin it. Like they might
That sounds
like
delicious.
they probably I heard they eat dogs. Like this like this is the worst.
I mean, that's
The worst,
fair.
the worst people.
There's
over
nothing
the
wrong
hill.
with that.
The worst people over the hill.
Are they in the direction the courier was last seen heading?
No, they're like they're parallel. They're off to the side.
Okay.
Like it's the courier would have had to take a weird route to get to them. You also hear things like there's been like you hear that there has been like some sort of like fighting or conflict off to the north a ways. Not enough that people are worried about bandits or anything, but you hear some talk about, I don't know how the crops are going to hold out if we've got to shell out apples or anything to some army walking through. You hear like small folk concerns like that. You do hear a couple people talking up Dieter's praises, the mayor. You know, it's like he's not much of a leader, but he knows his stuff. Like he's giving good advice, and he's a good guy to talk to. Seems good. And you hear like a lot of those little snatches of rumors. Like some of them you're thinking may or may not be true.
Mm-hmm.
Like people got some particularly weird shit to say about the neighbors, but
like the dog thing.
Also, has anyone talked to Dieter yet about the courier?
I don't know. Have you?
Oh, the courier. Sorry, I'm a bit bird-brained.
Beep boop.
Get out.
Alright, that's it. That's my time. Bye, folks. Fox is going to relay the information he got out of the kids about the courier.
Okay.
8 days ago that they saw someone who sort of matches description and direction and headed back the way we came.
Alright. So, what I'll have you guys do is, as the evening goes on, I'd like everybody to go ahead and give me a constitution check. Or a save, rather. Which, you're all rogues, you should be good at these.
Oh yeah, Constitution is my favorite.
17.
17.
How do you feel? Does a 5 sound good?
5 sounds great.
About
5 sounds like a great time.
I got a 3.
11.
11.
In my defense, I'm not really able to drink a lot.
Lightweight.
It's very
You got
difficult.
like 2 drops into that beer.
thin
It
bones.
was
It's
enough.
difficult.
I've consumed a lot.
I've
Yeah, I'm
probably
lightweight.
consumed my body weight at this
Oh,
point.
no.
It is not
I've
much.
consumed her body weight.
So, y'all fail.
Okay, I got a 15.
I know.
Oh yeah.
We're a bunch
17
of
fails?
17
Damn.
fails. And you
You
guys,
said the cider wasn't that strong.
that's the thing.
It
Like,
wasn't here a baby.
like the baby's
We're
drunk,
all-
the bird's
We're all
drunk.
baby here.
But, as you guys are, as the night goes on, you're feeling like you should be drunk, but like it's a different feeling, and you all sort of start to get woozy, and you all start to get sleepy, and you all just kind of in turns, depending on your various body weights and alcohol tolerances, all sort of just doze off on the tables.
Can I curl up under the table and suck my thumb?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
As you're slipping off, you're just like, let me just and just get
Like
this
my coin purse with
going.
my teddy bear.
Yep.
Just.
Yep.
Yeah, the
Can
moment I
Petra
start
pass
getting
it?
snoozy, like I go and climb up I climb up onto a barrel in like that perfect circle shape at the top there, the little, then just kind of curl
Just
up.
right in that.
Yeah, just right in there. Just this spot was made for me.
Furry lid.
Kettrick will have been having a really great time and been in the middle of like some wonderful story about some heist that he pulled, and then will just flat out pass out on like one of the the main like banquet tables.
Nice.
Okay. So you're all
Great.
passed out,
Good game, everyone.
Away.
See you next time.
and
Great game.
Murder and eat us.
yep.
Over.
So you guys wake up. Not 100% sure how long it's been. It's dark.
Is the happy mask guy here?
Give me everybody
Oh,
go
no.
ahead. Everybody go. Give me a perception.
Oh,
Okay.
Wow.
that was a 1 on the dice.
20.
Oh, another natural 20.
Happy
Okay.
New Year.
Good.
I have a non-natural 20.
I got a 17.
17. Okay.
11.
And 11. Okay. All right. So, Fluffy gets none of this whatsoever.
Sleeping.
Fluffy's
that
still.
good cat
Fluffy's
sleep.
still
I'm getting
just
it.
same shape. Wherever you guys got moved to, Fluffy is still in that exact same arrangement.
Tiny cat snores.
And
Kitty cat.
you guys look around, and everybody sees that you're definitely in a cell of some kind, for sure. There's
Oh, wait. Uh-oh.
yeah, there's like a thick iron, like there's like hard floor, stone walls. There's a gate, gated lattice thing. Blocking the only way that you can see out. There's a couple of torches outside that shine light in. And those of you who got, like the Lukey, Kate, and Tom, you guys with the better perceptions, you guys look around and you see that this was probably, it's a cell now, but it was probably some sort of burial chamber at some point, maybe some point recently. Like, there's old clay fragments from jars and stuff sort of swept off into a corner. There's, like, the walls have, like, frescoes and decorations like you would see in, like, a burial chamber. Like, nothing quite as obvious as, like, here lies Jeff. But, like...
Oh, Jeff.
But, like, you see, like, things of people laying in state and funerary processions and things like that. Painted on the walls. They all look kind of old, but not like ancient, super bad. But yeah, there are no bodies or skeletons or anything like that actively in the room with you. So, good sign, bad sign, that's up to you. And as you guys are coming to and shifting around, a figure comes over to the gate, to the cage, cell door sort of situation. Big, burly, muscly, could be a half-orc, but you think it's just him. Just a human dude who's just in Normo. And he's just like, good, yeah, you're awake, good. The master didn't want to do any of this while you were asleep. So this will be better for him if you're awake. I'm glad you're all awake.
Do we have any belongings, or are we stripped?
Okay, good question. You guys, you're not stripped. You're not, like, nude or anything like that, because one of you is a baby, and that would be weird.
That would be weird, yes.
I mean,
well, child.
well, no. I mean,
Yeah. I'm saying it's weird. It's weird to me. I'm saying it's weird. But so you're all still wearing, like, whatever whatever leathers and stuff that you guys had on. You guys weren't, none of you were wearing like plate or anything, so it wasn't worth stripping that off of you.
Yeah, because Fluffy, like, what I was gonna say is that Fluffy's just doesn't wear much to begin with. Like, maybe there are little cat pants, and like
Kitten mittens.
Kitten mittens. Like she's just
A lot of walking around.
just
like
enough
this.
armor to say she's armored. She's got like little leather pauldrons maybe.
Also, does she have tiny human-y hands, or does she have like
kitty hands.
polydactyl paws? Or,
Yeah,
like...
Aww, kitty paws.
she got the thumbs kind of, but paws.
Nice.
Aww, beans. She's got beans.
She got beans.
She got toe beans for days.
Aww.
Yeah.
So you're all
Anyway,
still
sorry.
you're all still clothed and you're mostly geared, but you don't none of your weapons anymore. You can sort of see if you're kind of peek around this giant man bear. You can see that there's a pile of stuff in the corner, and looks like there's a sword hilt or some daggers sticking out of that.
So
It looks like our stuff.
what exactly does the
bars.
master want to do to us?
He doesn't tell. I don't know. Not my job. I don't know. My job is to keep you here until he's ready for you.
How many
I'm gonna-
people do you usually keep in this cell?
8. Usually less, but I think we got 8 in there once.
How far apart are the bars?
They're pretty. It's more of like a lattice, so it's not just the typical straight up and down bars like there are sort of like a grid, a diagonal grid. And it is pretty, like, the particular, the bars themselves aren't super thick. Like, they're maybe, half-inch thick bars, but they are steel, from what you can see. And the gaps are relatively small. Like, even for halflings or catlings, you probably can't really squeeze through them. And,
The cat proofed.
but yeah.
So he's on the other side of the bars, correct?
Yep, he's outside.
Okay. So I'm gonna go up to the bars and do the saddest little kid crying of all sad little kid crying, like just big eyes and big tears and just like big sad little kid crying as hard as I can. Just look pathetic.
Well, that's going on. Can I be nonchalantly invest the lock mechanism for the space?
Okay. Alright, so go ahead and give me either a deception or a performance, like Biddy.
It's probably like, I don't know, yeah, it's probably coming from a real place.
It's a kid.
I feel it.
Kids are fakers.
That's a 17.
17? Okay. So, let's see. This guy's insight is not amazing. Oh shit, no. His insight ain't amazing at all. He'll, like, bend right down, and he'll just, like, really fumbling. He'll just be like, never one so small before. And he's just, like, utterly flabbergasted by you for a
Do I
minute.
see keys?
Do you see keys? You do see keys on the opposite wall.
Damn it. So
Yeah.
he doesn't have anything on him.
He doesn't have any keys on him.
God damn it! If we had an arcane trickster, this could be so easy.
I know.
I'm sorry. Alright.
But Ian, go ahead
see
and
anything.
go ahead and give me a perception or investigation to check out the lock.
Is there anything on him that I can see? Like any tools, weapons, anything of sort?
Give me a
So-
perception.
16 for mine.
16 for you. Okay. And
That was my perception. Plus 2, so this is dirty 20.
okay, cool. All right, so you see the lock. It's a very sturdy lock. Little old, like maybe not fixed in the best, but it looks well kept, well used. But it looks pretty simple. It does not look like a very complex lock. Especially for a bunch of rogues.
I'm gonna try and pick it.
Okay. So as far as what you saw on him, he doesn't have anything loose on him. Like he's got a dagger.
on
Everything's
him. He's
tight.
got a club and stuff like that, but that's about all you can see on him right there. He doesn't have any
Okay,
like pins or anything.
I'm good with just distracting him with my sad, sad little children cries.
Okay.
What's the roof look like? Is it like the ceiling above us?
Mm-hmm. It is. Let's see. It's just a stone ceiling, same as the walls. It looks like this was just sort of dug out years ago, decades ago, 100 years ago. How old? Yeah.
However long it takes.
At an age. But yeah, so
Age.
at an age. So you're distracting him. He's very, very distracted by you. So, Ian, go ahead and give me a sleight of hand. Go ahead and do. You know what? You're a rogue. I'm not going to give you advantage. You don't need it.
I was gonna say, yeah. So grand total of a 22.
Yeah. No, what's the damn point? But go ahead. Again, this will probably be pretty useless. But how stealthily are you trying to do this? You looking to just open the lock and get the door open, or are you trying
I'm trying to do it in a way that it is not going to attract his attention.
Okay.
While he's being I'm not necessarily like completely hiding it from everyone, but I'm definitely trying to not let him notice what I'm doing.
Okay. So yeah, give me a stealth.
Absolute trash. I got a 6.
Oh.
Can I?
I think technically,
No.
do my boots actually still give me advantage on that?
Your boots?
Yeah.
Can I try to distract from what he's doing?
Make an extra distraction?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead. What do you want to do?
I was thinking I might look for something to knock over or run around
Okay.
Chase the tail.
or just howl real loud for no reason,
Alright.
but far away from him.
Alright, so go ahead. Yeah, give me a deception.
The wee ones are crying.
Yes. All right, that's gonna be a. It's a 1 on the dice, but if it's a 4 if you want to be nice to me.
All right, so you do the howling thing, like you go over towards one of the corners, and you just start howling like you found that toy, and it's 2
Yes.
a.m. and you're really proud of it.
Yeah, it's the meme, right, with the mountains and the cat.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
That's me.
that. And the guy's just like, he's just, fuck is the cat doing? He's just still transfixed by the child. But yeah, he's between the child and the cat. Like he doesn't notice your
Noises.
like he doesn't quite notice the lock picking per se. But what happens is he goes to sort of like grab the bars to maybe lean up against the door to try and console the child as best this brutish man can. And as he does, yeah, he kind of leans in, and when he leans back a bit, expecting it to be fast, it swings open. And okay, he doesn't fall over on his ass. But he is now. But yeah, he's like comically. He stands up. He's like, "What the fuck?"
Can I try
I'm
to
gonna bolt out.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
Also make a break for the door.
Okay. All right. So.
I'm going for the weapons.
Okay.
I'm gonna kick him in the face.
I'm going for the keys.
I love this. All right. Give me some initiatives. This guy's
15.
Oh, that's actually pretty good. What is
Alright.
mine? That's plus 3, 19.
Also 19. What's your dex?
Yeah, my dex is plus 3.
All right. Let's see. My
So is
dex
hers.
is- Okay, you are faster than me.
Okay. 15.
Little legs.
And what did you get, Luke?
20.
20. Shit. All right. And Tom.
12.
12. God, 12 is so slow.
You slow
Yeah, I
poked.
mean,
I thought I
rolled
was
a
going to be
9
slow
and
with
was
15.
really bummed about.
You want
Alright.
to get out of here or not?
So everybody is gonna
don't want
go
it.
before the guard except Tom by 1 whole point. But yeah, so Fox, you get to go first.
Oh, that's me. I forgot my name. Yeah, so as he is sort of like reeling and mentally figuring out what just happened, I'm gonna run up with my talons and just like plant them on his face and try to like push him, like kick him over.
This is one of the reasons why I love Aarakocra so much.
So you spread your wings out and you kick your feet at him.
Yeah, I'm trying to like, I guess like grapple my talons around his face and just like kick him to the ground.
This is a beautiful image. Thank you.
I love it. So yeah, so go ahead and attack this man for me.
I got. Oh, was that loud?
Yes, it was great.
It's dramatic. It's
Very
dramatic.
heavy
It
metal
brought me
dice.
right
It's
there. It brought
dramatic,
me
I like
to
it.
the place.
Okay. So it is 8 plus 3. I rolled a 16 to hit.
Okay. So that'll definitely hit him. You get the claws right. One of your feet just right in his face.
Haha. And then 3. What kind of damage is it? Slashing. 3 slashing damage.
Okay. So yeah, you get him right across the face. So if you want to try and knock him to the ground, though, go ahead and give me a strength check with your enormous bird strength.
I don't know which one
Big
that is.
beefy arm.
That's
Collarbones.
a 10.
A 10. Okay. So you stagger him. He's like now dealing with like a man-sized bird clawing his face up with his feet. But you're not able to like push him over.
Okay.
And so next is Biddy.
Okay, I'm going to take my massive speed of 25 feet. You said there was like a pile of weapons.
Yeah, it's sort of like almost like a junk pile. Like they've collected weapons from people before. So there's your stuff. There's like just some assorted daggers and clubs
I'm
and
going
short
straight to
swords.
it.
But yeah, so
I'm going straight to it.
Are you looking to find your stuff in particular?
I'm going to grab the first crossbow I can find. If it's mine, then great.
All right. Go ahead and give me a quick investigation on that.
Okay. Not great. That is a whopping 9.
A 9. Okay. You find a crossbow.
Okay.
But it's a child's crossbow. Like, it's like a little...
Okay,
which, granted, you are a child.
It's a crossbow.
Not a crossbow, but is for a child.
But it's, so it's gonna be, like, whatever die you'd be rolling, it's gonna be the next die smaller. But
So a
you...
D4.
A D4, yep. So you could still... But it's still a serviceable-ish crossbow, if you want to go ahead and use it.
Yeah. I'm going to turn around and try to shoot him in the face.
Do it.
That is 19 to hit.
Okay, yeah, that'll definitely hit.
Okay.
I should keep track of this guy's health.
Oh,
Maybe.
that's max damage too. So that is 7 damage.
Okay. Okay. How much HP does this guy got? Okay. Alright. And so that's good. Fluffy, what you do?
Alright, so let's see. Rogues are broken.
They are.
I'm gonna do what I can to dart out of there. And then, so, like, is the guard currently engaged with Fox?
Oh, yeah. Very much so.
Okay, there's the talons and face activity is still happening.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, that
Screaming.
seems... Okay, is this a single cell situation, or is this like a brig?
No, this was like the one cell.
It's the one cell in
that,
town.
In that area, yeah.
Okay, alright, so the keys are kind of useless because we're already on the other side. learning. In that case, I will also try to collect my equipment.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an investigation as well.
Alright. Toggle over to that. Swipe, swipe, swipe. Ah! Okay.
D&D Beyond, it's never been easier.
It's never been easier to look at your phone all confused like. Well, it's a 6.
It's a 6. Okay. So you don't find your stuff. That I was given a great idea, and what you do find is a lawn dart.
Oh. Like, okay, like, are we talking OG lawn darts?
Oh yeah.
Or
So
are we
it's
talking like the lawn dart reboot where they're actually like blunt edged?
whether they're like just basically giant shuttlecocks. No. No, this is an OG lawn dart, so it's big, conical, and heavy.
Okay.
You could certainly chuck it, but it's not.
It probably weighs more than I do. I weigh 20 pounds.
It's like 5.
Okay.
Probably just effective at stabbing.
It's a kettlebell. Okay, well, I believe I still have a cunning action that I may do.
Oh yeah,
Action of the cunning variety.
rogues are broken. You got like 8 bonus actions you could do.
I can do. All right, let's see. It's been a while. Okay, so yeah, being unable to find my gear without what I assume was my action, I will hide behind the pile of gear to put myself in a better place for maybe finding my gear next turn.
Okay. All right. Go ahead. Just you're
Take
rogue.
that.
You're
Hide
a
action.
rogue, and it's not going to matter. But give me a stealth.
All right. I'm not gonna roll this dice anymore. That's
It's high.
Well, no, the dice didn't roll high, and like I probably didn't do okay on this. Oh yeah, no, I'm fine. Maybe that's a 9.
It's a 9.
Dice jail for you.
Okay. All right. So you are attempting to hide behind the pile of stuff.
Pile of gear.
Okay. Cool. How are you pronouncing it? Ketrick?
Ketrick, yeah.
Ketrick? Okay, yes. Ketrick is up.
Okay. Bonus. I just kind of gesture, and my psychic dagger appears in my hand, and I just step to the side of the man bear and shank him.
All right.
Because sneak attacks are a thing.
Because sneak attack is a thing.
Let's see here.
I want to get died.
I don't think a 10 will hit him though.
Mm-mm.
Oh, my phone died.
No.
No.
It's plugged in and it died. Wow.
Oh.
Oh. Well, I mean, we have a great picture of you, sort of.
You and your knees.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
That's fine.
But yeah.
You can't attack with 2 weapons in the same round unless you don't move, right? Is that a thing still?
The way that it works is, in order to do that, your second attack takes your bonus action.
Which, okay, so I have 2 daggers, I'm only using the one this round. Because the bonus action in this round was to create the daggers.
Okay.
Okay, got it.
But yeah, you do have that spare ready to go for next time.
Cool.
But yeah, the psychic blade is, it's too good.
It's pretty solid. The fact that it gives you both the ranged attack and the melee at once is really nice.
And it's psychic damage at 3rd level, which is fine, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like,
Not
you
a lot
know,
of resistance
what
to it.
if
both magic and psychic because they count
Yeah.
as magic weapons.
yeah.
Right.
So like,
Jeez.
what's you know, what do rogues really need? Oh, constantly to have 2 magic daggers. that you can never take away.
Yep.
It's weird and like super useful in prison break situations. It's weird. Anyway, it is the
two daggers that are more powerful than regular daggers. They're actually 2 short swords. Like
Yeah.
they need to drop the dice on those back
Yeah.
to D4s.
I think so.
If they ever publish it. But anyway, it
The
is.
version gets weirder, but
Oh, that's right. They did just change it. You said that.
yeah, they just changed it.
So that'll be neat when it's your turn. I want to see how it's different. But it is.
I'm using the same class rules.
Okay. So the big man's turn. He is gonna try and club the bird off of his face. So he's gonna reach out and he's gonna hit you, Luke, for a 24 to hit.
Yeah.
Oh, that hits.
Yeah. And he's gonna hit you for 7 damage.
Okie dokie.
I love that this guy has had this bird like claw up his face, and he also has like a bolt sticking out of his head right now. It's a really good visual, just in general.
Yeah, this guy's he's not having a great day.
And a half orc just towering behind him.
Throwing magic knives.
This poor little podunk town.
And go ahead and give me a strength save, Lukey, to try and keep up in his grill.
Donk.
4.
Every time you roll, it makes me lose my mind.
I rolled a 4. It's no good.
Okay. Yeah, no, he manages to shove you off. You're not knocked prone or anything, but you're not up in his business anymore. And we go to Garmin.
Alright, well, how crowded is the door area? Can I actually get out of the cell?
Oh yeah, no. Between you being a little halfling man.
That's right, I'm a halfling.
And like people, like a couple people moved over to the pile. So there's you got plenty of room.
All right. I will dart out of the cell, and then same as Ketrick, summon my daggers, and then look up at the guy and be like, "I'm really sorry about this, but you shouldn't have put us in a cell." And then just like stab him in the side.
Awesome. Roll. Give me that attack. That.
That is a
I'm not sorry, he helps kidnap children.
12
That
to
is
hit.
true.
Okay, 12. I think that hits.
And I'm not even
No.
talking us.
Yeah,
like,
12 will miss.
There's obviously children's toys back
misses?
there.
Alright. Yeah, there's just too much going on. I'm swinging around trying to not hit my allies and just
Alright.
It's
can't
fine.
get there.
Train.
True.
I hear it from here too. It's really funny.
You're surrounded
It's,
by train.
One of these days I'm gonna actually, because it's too dark now, but I'll one of these games when we're playing in daylight, I'm
How about
definitely
train
gonna
spotting
have to
screen?
like just turn the camera so you can see the train 20 feet from my window.
Yep.
But we are back up to Fox.
Yay!
Yay!
Is there anybody have the rest of you guys have attacked from range, right? Nobody else is within 5 feet.
No, I am.
Oh, you are.
Oh,
as
you
well.
are?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's got a halfling hanging off of him and a half orc towering over him.
Okay.
So yeah, he is definitely engaged.
Okay, then I'm going to use my bonus action to summon my psychic daggers.
Yeah.
As I'm also Soul Knife Rogue.
See, this is
Should have discussed this earlier.
this is the other half.
I don't
Like-
own any of the stuff on D&D Beyond, so it was like one of 2 options that I had.
The same.
Oh my
Yep.
god.
Yep.
And I'm gonna like look him in the eyes as I stab him in the stomach and proc sneak attack.
Do it.
Uh,
So yeah, what's your attack?
my attack is a 15 to hit.
Okay, that will hit.
Ooh, you connect.
And then oh shit, I don't have a D6. I lost it. But I think Chopper stole it at some point. I was
I
still
can,
living with.
I can roll a d6 for you if you need
But
it.
yeah, D6 plus 3.
So 7.
7 psychic damage.
You should be rolling a lot more d6s than
Yeah,
that.
with
Yeah, and then
sneak
psychic
attack.
attack.
Sneak attack, you
Oh,
have
sneak
3
attack.
more.
What?
So
2 more? 2 more
sneak
d6s?
attack is 2 more d6. That's another 6. So 13.
13.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks, Tom.
No problem.
So, okay. And all right. So that's that. See, then this is the other half. This is the other reason why I like to do oops all whatever. Because on the one hand, we get a whole bunch of very diverse takes on a class, like all the cool race combinations and archetypes that you can do. And then on the other hand, sometimes you have everybody accidentally roll the same character. And it's just as funny. I am here for it 100%. So with that, that's a good solid stab. This guy is looking real friggin' bad. Biddy, what you do?
Dissatisfied with the impact of this child's toy, I'm going to see if I can rummage through and find something with more oomph.
Okay. Alright, go ahead and give me another investigation.
Alright. See if I can do a little better. That is much better. That is investigations +1, so it's an 18.
18. Okay, you find your stuff.
Yeah! Okay, so I find my crossbow. I get very, very excited. And can I still take an attack?
Yes. Yeah, we'll call that your bonus action because rogues are broken.
Okay. Yeah, they are pretty broken. So I'm gonna try to take a shot at the doofus in the corner, getting mauled by all magical daggers. Oh, that's a nat 18.
Okay.
So that will hit.
Oh yeah.
All right. And when I shoot this, I actually go 5 feet backwards because the thing's huge. And that's max damage again, so that's 9 total.
Okay. So, where do you want to insert this bolt into this man?
Right through his neck.
Right through his neck? Okay. So yeah, just like right through the throat, and he's just keels right over.
You just hear
it. This childish glee, like kid on Christmas.
Wow.
and a bleeding corpse on the floor. So success. You are now out of initiative. So for those of you who haven't reclaimed your shit, you can certainly go ahead and do that now at your leisure.
Roll a reclaim shit check.
Can I search the guard first?
Yeah, absolutely.
You beat me to it.
We can search them together.
All 5 of us just immediately start
just pawing through his pockets and
slapping each other's hands and shit.
Shouldn't have messed with rogues.
So on the man, you don't find a whole lot. You find like 10 silver. You get the feeling that this guy's whatever contract he's negotiated is definitely poorer than literally anyone else that you've met so far. And
we're the bad guys.
If anybody wants it.
And you find is just a dagger, a normal non-magic, non-psychic one, and just a mace that he has. Then like some dried fruit leather in one of his pockets. Apple.
Fruit leather.
I'll bring the dagger over to Biddy and be like, I believe you earned this.
Yay! I'll take the dagger.
And then I'll go get my stuff.
Everyone is collecting their things and leaving the guard. I'm gonna go and like try to see if there's a way out of here and see if there's anyone that seems to be coming. If there is an exit.
Okay. All right. So go ahead and let's see. Okay. So go ahead and give me a perception to see if you can hear anybody coming.
13.
13. You don't hear anything else. You just hear your your compatriots looting and digging. You don't hear anybody. And
We're
You
clear.
hear the sounds of greed.
and as far as the way out, let me actually look at a map just so I have this correct. Okay, so you guys are in an open room now with the cell and the antechamber that you're currently in, and that leads out into a hallway that curves in both directions, left and right.
I'm gonna start making my way down the left one without saying anything to anyone.
I'm also gonna drag the body into the cell and just lock it.
Okay. So yeah, you can,
I should
you can
say,
do that without
I'm
too
trying
much
to
difficulty.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to like sneak my way down the hall, not alert anyone that I'm there.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a stealth.
That is a 22.
22? Okay, yeah. You are unseen, sneaking your way down the hallway. So you don't, let's see. Can I get a perception from everybody else?
Yes.
Yeah. Ooh, 22.
22?
10.
10?
4.
Okay, I feel a little better.
Only
Alright.
big numbers.
So with that, only Ian, you're the only one who sees Tom's character sneak out. Everybody else is just busy looting and rooting.
Trying to find my stuff. Where are my things?
And you
In the
said
pile.
you had left, Tom.
I am the
Yeah.
Okay.
And I have one of my psychic daggers in my hand,
Okay. So
just at the ready.
So as you head around, around that way, the whole tunnel curves. It's just like a constant curve going around. It doesn't straighten out at all. After 50 feet or so, you come to a stone on the orientations on the right side, on the inner side of the curve. You come across a stone portal of some kind, like a big old stone door. And that door, once I read the description, so the middle of the passage, there's a large stone portal, and there's a bunch of lines carved through the rough stone, forming like a man-high, like twisting, sort of root-like, branch-like sort of situation, sort of sigil. And at first glance, you don't see any sort of keyhole or lever or anything to open the door. You do see a pair of like torch sconces without any torches next to the door on either side, but that's all you see at first glance.
I'm gonna try to just push on the door, just gently to see if it budges.
Okay. It doesn't.
All right then. I'm gonna turn around and make my way back down the hallway,
Okay.
past the group, down the other direction.
Okay. You still sneaking?
Yeah.
Okay. Everybody, give me a second round of perceptions for when he crosses by the room you're in.
10.
Great.
16.
Great.
Another 22.
Okay.
$16.
Okay.
No, 19.
19? Okay. And Tom, give me one more stealth.
22 again.
22. Okay. So again, Ian, you're the only one who sees him creep by. He wasn't gone long.
I'm just like, like, I don't react to him sneaking around and doing this or something.
Okay. All right. So yeah. So you walk on by the room, Tom. Same sort of thing. The tunnel curves in the similar sort of fashion, just in the opposite direction. And as you get to, you figure about equidistant, about the same distance before you ran into the portal. On this side, on the outer edge of the wall, you see a narrow little split in the path. And you can actually, if you look down the slit, you can see the sky at the end of it, and you feel some breeze. You also see a really heavy portcullis gate blocking that exit. And go ahead and give me a perception check.
That is a modified 20.
Okay. So yeah, going from the portcullis, you do see a pair of heavy chains, and you see them go up and back into the ceiling, sort of back in your direction. So they're going further back into whatever structure you're in, up into the ceiling, and you presume over your head towards the center.
Got it. Okay. I'm gonna make my way back to the group and then sort of just like hang out until they're all ready and start talking about what I saw. There's no one seems to be around us.
Okay. Oh, and I will say, just for clarity's sake, the tunnel didn't end at either spot that you were at. It does seem to continue going on both sides.
Yep.
I want to check out that stone portal.
Okay.
Sorry, my cat's causing trouble in the background.
Cats do that.
So yeah, so
Yep.
I'm gonna sneak up towards that door. Sure.
Okay.
19 stealth.
19 to sneak.
Yep.
Anybody else following and sneaking?
I'll sneak.
Okay.
I will as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna be there.
I'll stay back and make sure nobody is coming to investigate the murder scene we left.
Okay.
I really love the image of just a descending set of fleet of rogues just all sneaking behind each other down a hallway with a Wi-Fi signal of rogue parties.
Signal's good.
I do want to investigate that portal when I get to it, assuming that we don't get jumped.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Everybody, give me your stealths. 19 for you.
I rolled a 5.
Five.
17, sorry.
17.
24.
24. All right. So everybody but the bird is typical
Talon's
roguey
clap on the
quiet.
ground.
Yeah. And you're just you're trying, like you're acting like in the same way as everybody else. You're walking really light-footed, but yeah, it's just like the constant like on everything.
I really, really love the idea of us getting like halfway down the hall and all just stopping and like turning and looking at
Like,
the bird.
really?
I was gonna say, I just kind of like.
And then we just
being
sigh
like,
and
"Hey."
continue down.
You have hollow bones. How can you be this loud?
Alright.
If I could fly, I would.
So good.
So 15 investigation when I get to the door.
Okay. All right. So similar to what Tom saw, you see the same pattern on the door. You do see the two torch holders. And yes, from your search, you don't see any keyhole or switch or lever or anything like that around.
Okay.
Looking at the torch holders, you do see that they've been used. Torches have definitely been in both of these torch holders, and relatively recently, from what you can see. Like, the soot is still pretty loose and easily brushed off on the wall.
Can I light torches and put them in?
Yes. Yes, you can do that, totally. Yeah, so when you do that, you set you light 2 torches, which every adventurer has 10. You set them in the walls. No one ever seems to have less than 10. It's weird.
Bizarre.
Well, it's like they're sold in increments that only evenly turn into 1 gold coin if you buy 10 of them.
And all right, and let's see. So you put them in there, and you see that. Go ahead and give me a perception when you set the torches, the lit torches, into the things.
I'm blinded by the light. I have dark vision. I rolled a 3, so a grand total of a 7.
7. Okay. All right. So yeah, you put them in, and you're like, this should do it. And you don't sense anything happening. If anybody else wants to check, go ahead and give me a perception.
How tall are you? How tall are you as a half orc, by the way?
I'm 6'3".
Okay, I just give you childlike up arms.
Okay.
Pick up.
Throw me.
Pick up.
I'll pick you up. I'll pick you up.
And I want to take a look at it.
Okay. So yeah, you can give me an investigate or a perception, whichever you prefer.
Invest deception.
Let's do perception. That's pretty good. That's 18.
18. Okay. So you think you're looking at these, and you definitely look, and it looks like the torches have to be in here. Like that definitely seems to be part of it. But it looks like there might be something else. It looks like maybe the sconces move or need to be, adjusted in some way while they got the torches in there.
Okay, and the torches are in there currently?
Yep.
We didn't take them out?
I didn't.
Okay. All right. I'm just kind of fuss with them, see if there's a trigger or something on there, or if I can turn it at all.
Okay. So while you're futzing with it, you do note that with your little baby weight, it does go down a little bit if you pull on it.
All right, so I'm gonna hold on to it and just hang on it.
Okay.
And have him let me go.
All right. So as you do, I gotta not lift that. As you do pull the sconce torch holder down a little bit. It like sort of like chunks down a couple notches or something.
But it feels like it could go more.
It doesn't really. It feels like it should go more, but it doesn't seem to be doing anything else with you hanging on it.
I'll go to the other sconce and pull on it as well.
I'm gonna walk up to Biddy and just like pull on their legs a little bit more. So you try to pull them down farther.
So as you go and pull on the legs, do this part first. You pull, and it doesn't really seem to do much. You just kind of like you're yanking, and there's the kid's moving, but the torch doesn't seem to be moving any further down. But when Kendrick walks over and just like with an adult arm, just pulls down the other sconce, they both just click right down, and the stone portal slips in to the wall and starts to move to the side.
Ah, we did it.
We did.
I high five Biddy.
I'm hanging by one arm.
Yes. and then I'll pick Biddy down and put her back down.
Thank God one of us is tall.
We didn't have a
I made the tall rogue. That was my job.
Well, like, I just love the idea that if no one was tall in this party, it would definitely have to be like a 3 kids in a coat situation.
Give it time, we'll find an opportunity.
It'll happen.
Make this a 2-person party.
I mean, there's only one of you, so that's tall. So, like, the bird's not crazy short, but he's not half-orc tall.
Okay,
So.
we'll
I'm
try to
like
do the 3-person.
5 feet tall.
Yeah, like, he's a relatively...
That's a normal height.
He's a relatively normal height.
What's it like up there?
Yeah.
All right. So the portal has now sunken in, and is it open, or is it just sunken in so we can now like?
It is sunken open, so it can now be moved.
Okay.
Made a lot of noise when it moved.
Yes. It's a stone door moving in a stone
Kind of grinds.
segment, so yeah, there is a grinding, crunching as it opens.
Okay.
I kind of roll over onto all fours and like bound over to where everybody is to catch up, seeing that there's no danger coming in from behind.
Okay.
I come to where
I'm
the
going
exciting
after
things are
Kitty.
happening. All right.
Kitty!
Just out of curiosity, I am gonna inspect the door. Like, I mean, obviously it's loud, but just to make sure that there aren't like any, or to see if I can tell if there's any sort of traps or anything around the once we open it.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead.
I either think the door is really trapped or really fine. I rolled
It's
a.
haunted.
Oh.
You think that
As
this
well-
you think this door is trapped as hell.
It is not safe to go through this door.
Can I sniff around the door?
Yeah, you go ahead and give me an investigation as well.
All right.
This is where a trap would definitely be. I believe there is a trap here. Like, this was too.
Why would they trap this door? If they're going through it, it doesn't make any sense to trap it.
12.
12. Okay.
I don't know.
Okay, with a 12, you don't see any traps. You're like,
This it's a door. Looks pretty door-like to me.
He's a door.
Once we open it, it'll be ajar.
Oh.
Ask that guard how he got in here.
It's too late
Uh,
for that.
Well, someone else can
Wait
open
till
this
they
door
got it.
because I still think it's probably.
all right. So if the door is it's round and it does look like it's supposed to just sort of be.
Yeah,
rolled
all those
over.
weird, inefficient things.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And go ahead if anybody wants to try and muscle the door out of the way. It will take a strength check.
Oh, Biddy can do that. Biddy can do that. Oh,
I am
Fluffy doesn't even
Assist
try.
Biddy.
so sure.
Biddy has no strength at all, but she's gonna try.
Surely someone in this
I will
party
use
must have not dumped
The
strength.
help action.
I'm assisting.
Oh, I rolled really
Yeah.
well, though.
Okay.
Take advantage on that. You
Yeah.
have assistance.
Yeah.
I rolled twice and I got an 18 and a 15. So that's actually 17 is the highest one.
Okay. So with that assisted
Oh, yeah.
17, the child is
You
like
can do it!
like with encouragement and actual assistance, like someone else also
On the
helping
door,
to
trying
move
to
the
push
door. Like
Yeah.
you from your perspective, it looks like you're just rolling this door over yourself. You're just like, oh yeah, I got this. It's heavy. You're straining to do it, but you're just like, nah, I got it.
And I choose to
I'm
let
so strong.
Biddy believe
I'm so
that.
strong, guys. Biddy totally believes that.
Yes.
She did that all by herself.
Yeah, I help maintain that illusion.
Aww.
Good job, Biddy. You did it.
I am genuinely impressed and surprised. I'm like, I really thought that was traps. Like, lucky. Ugh.
Too cute.
Beautiful.
Don't count the small folk out.
Seriously.
So, as you guys open the door, you get the first thing that you encounter is just that sweet decay smell of like rotting fruit.
Oh.
Compost bin smell.
Yeah, exactly. With like a little bit of cinnamon for some reason. And
Old apple pie.
It's what's left of the fermentation process for the site.
Ah.
And as you guys
It's
roll the
Tiger's
door, as you guys roll the door fully open, in the middle of the chamber is the mayor.
Why? Why do they keep the mayor in a cave? Why do you live in a cave?
Is like
he
Dieter,
alive?
Dieter or the mayor?
Same, both.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Is he moving? Is he alive? Or
He
can
is
not tell?
he is alive. And he seems very, very excited and happy. But he looks at Fluffy and is like, "Oh, I don't live here. Let me see if I can actually try and do this accent. I don't live here. I do spend a lot of my time here, though. And I am so pleased that you all decided to join me."
Kitty growls.
And he's like, he's standing there. He's classic bad guy at this point. He now has dark robes and a gnarled, like, staff, like a knotty wood dark staff that he's leaning on. And he has, like, an amulet about his neck, adorned in runes. And he's, like, manic. He's just, like, super happy. He's like, "Yes, you're all still here? Oh, good. This'll be perfect. This is exactly what I need right now. Do come inside." And
How far away is he?
he is in the middle of the room. It is... how big is this room? I don't know. The room is probably about 50 feet across. Not huge, but it's a 50-foot circular stone room.
Okay.
And he is right smack dab in the center of it.
Okay.
He looks like
I-
the... Oh, what?
No,
for it.
go for it.
He looks like the kind of guy who would maybe turn a human into a cat.
He has that look, yeah. Like, you
I
definitely...
get that impression.
Give me an insight.
Insight?
Yeah,
Is
you
this
get
the
that
kind of guy who
impression,
would
but
do
how
that?
how hard?
8.
He also reminds me of my.
You definitely get the feel that this guy turns people into cats,
he
and,
so turns people
and
into
definitely not other things.
Yes, that's what he does. I'm
And
mad.
he smells like old pie. I don't like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Like him, the room, everything is just that cloying, decayed fruit smell.
I'm gonna run at him and try to latch onto his head with my claws.
My intention
Climb
is
up
to also
him.
charge right in and throw a dagger at him.
All right, give me
So-
some initiatives.
The
Yeah.
hissing, the spitting, the running, the claws scraping on the ground.
15.
Nat 20. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
A critical initiative.
I got a 4.
Oh, oh no.
14.
14. What did you get again, Tom?
21.
21. All right.
I heard 41 for a second. I was like, how did you do that?
No.
Rogue's broken.
Yes.
Don't worry. That's actually great news for all of you.
Rogue's broken.
All right, so Fluffy, you definitely get to start.
All right.
You get to charge right on in there.
I charge. I run up and the claws scrape on the stone ground for a moment before I actually gain purchase with my toe beans, and then actually get traction.
Scritch.
And I run up to him. I climb him like a tree, and just claws in the face zone. That is an action I have.
It is.
All right. Melee attack. I get that many to hit. Okay. 14 to hit.
14 will not
Nice.
hit.
All right, I miss with my
You
claws.
miss, but go ahead
Yes.
and give me a dexterity save.
Andre, don't roll my dice for me. I need to do that. That's for me. Andre's so jealous.
He is.
It's like, why are you a cat? Alright. 10.
10. Okay. So you don't manage to hang on to him as after you've scrabbled up and swiped and you sort of hop off and just kind of, but you're back on the ground.
I stick the landing though.
Oh, of course, you're a cat.
Yeah, we got all fours though, and like just the ridge was happening along the back, and the snarling is happening. The ears are flattened.
Love it.
I'll actually use my cunning action to disengage if I can.
Okay, cool.
I'll disengage and I'll get a decent distance back away. I'll back off to 20 feet.
Okay. You won't quite be able to get that far away.
The room's smaller.
Well, you use most of your...
Oh, right, I ran up to him.
Yeah, use most of your gas getting up
Sorry.
there, but you're able to disengage.
Okay.
So he's not right up... You're not right up.
I get out of the grill.
Yeah.
Okay, alright.
Alright, Garmin.
So, Garmin uses his psionic enhancement to telepathically communicate with the mayor. And he tries to disguise his voice. He says, "You will not survive this. Put me on the ground and run over." Trying to imply that it's the amulet, making it feel like it's the amulet talking to him.
Oh, okay, cool. Now is that is that ability like have a save or anything? Or are we basically just doing a really special deception?
It's like a deception.
Okay,
Yeah.
All right, yeah. Go ahead and give me that deception.
It's got that special deception.
That is only an 8.
Only an 8. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't seem to take. He just sort of starts giggling a little more,
Oh, that's just...
which is already giggling way too much.
I will sort of just move along the wall of the room. And is it what's in the room? Sorry.
What's in the room for the biggest things in the room? It's just him and you guys, and the floor is. It definitely looks like this has been some kind of compost heap or something. It's definitely, whereas the rest of the floors have been stone, this is definitely more of a dirt, a loam sort of situation. Definitely a lot of the smell is coming from the floor. So nasty I can't even talk about it. But yeah.
How tall is the room?
The room is, let's see, vaulted ceiling, probably about a 20-foot ceiling with a little dome situation.
Okay. And it's all stone on top?
Yep, stone on top.
Okay.
And so you good, Garmin?
Yeah, I'm gonna sort of move along the wall back to the wall, and then summon both of daggers.
Okay, cool. Alright, Biddy.
Biddy is gonna see, is gonna look over and go, "Kitty, no!" And she's like gonna fire the crossbow at the mayor. Ooh, that's pretty good too. That is to hit. So that's 21 to hit.
21 to hit? Yeah, that will hit.
All right, and also still shoots me 5 feet backwards. Nice. That is 8 points of damage.
All right. Solid hit. Okay. And all right, so that brings us to, or yeah, what else you? That's right. What else you doing? You're a rogue.
There's really no place to hide because it's an open room.
Yeah.
Bonus action. What can I do in a bonus action? Not much. I'm actually just gonna use fast hands to reload, and that's my turn.
Okay, cool. All right, Fox. What you gonna do, Birdman?
Oh.
You don't do with all
You're
that
up.
bird, all that.
I'm gonna use bonus action to summon my daggers. I'm just gonna chuck.
All right.
Is oh my god, I keep closing.
You need
Habitually
that.
just closing my character sheet. Sneak attack is not once per day, right?
Oh no.
No.
Oh no.
We can just keep doing it. Oh my god, this is
It's once per round, right?
once per round.
Yeah, once
Okay.
per round.
Yeah, that sounds right. So is there somebody within 5 feet? I think.
Yes.
Kitty?
Yep. Kitty is within 5 feet.
Okay. I wasn't sure if she ran away. Okay, so I summoned my psychic blades, and I'm gonna throw one for a sneak attack. Let's see if I hit. I don't fucking hit. That was really loud. A 9 to hit.
No, a 9 will not hit.
Okay. And that's me.
All right. And Ketrick.
Ketrick is going to dash forward while roaring incredibly loudly, just trying to intimidate the crap out of the wizard, being, "You're gonna die!" Yeah, just charging right at him. So, yeah. Yeah, just gonna do that. And then try and hit him. Does an 18 hit him?
An 18 will hit.
Okay. And there is someone within 5 feet, yes?
Oh, yes.
Okay. So... 2, 4, 7, 8, 9. So 9 points of piercing damage. I'm not actually using my psychic weapon. I'm shanking him.
just a
I'm
normal stabbing.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, normal sneak attack stabbing. But as I do that, basically I'm trying to stab him in such a way so that I get the blade up under where his amulet is. So I'm basically stabbing at his chest.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yep. Trying to cut that amulet off of him.
Also, is he intimidated by me?
Well, let us see.
Do I need to make that check?
Yeah, go ahead and roll an intimidation.
I have advantage because I'm orc, so 23.
Okay, yes, he is intimidated. And is that your turn?
That is my turn.
Okay.
Yes.
So yeah, because he is intimidated, his big thing is going to be lesser. I would like everyone to make a charisma save real quick.
Oh, God.
Oh no, that's my dumb stat.
Ooh.
I gotta roll real well.
13.
19.
11.
16.
And I had 15.
Okay. Alright, you all pass. No ill effects. And he definitely tried to do something, and it didn't phase you.
Did not work.
He tried to pull a look. He tried to or
Make faces.
freak you out, and if that's really how it looked like, he just kind of went it wasn't didn't do the job.
It's mocking me. That's rude.
He will, however, because he's got two of you right up in his grill, he will hold out his staff and sort of point it at in between the kitty and the orc.
Oh boy.
The half-orc man, and he will cast a gout of flame at the both of you. So go ahead and give me a dexterity save, you two.
Don't set the kitty on fire.
Critical fail.
Ooh.
I mean,
no.
I mean, it was a 6, if that helps.
8.
Wow. No,
Oh
that's
god, we're both just getting
Yeah.
that's not great.
That's a lot of dice.
So both of you take 9 flamey damage.
cooked. Ow.
That
It
hurts.
burns.
The smell of burning fur.
And that's going to be it for his turn. And so it is back up to Fluffy.
Okay, that hurt a lot. I didn't like it, and I got like the whiskers. Like there's a little bit of flame at the tip of them, and I just kind of like lick the toe bean and hiss, put it out. And I will. I'm actually gonna step back. Probably try to get about 20 feet away or so. Get spread out from everybody. And I will take and use my short bow and fire an arrow at him.
Okay. Give me an attack.
Alright. 22.
Oh yeah, that hit.
Alright.
Good solid hit.
Use. Do I get sneak attack? Is this
Yes,
a sneak attack
yeah,
scenario?
Yep, because
Yeah.
Ian's right up in his grill.
I like that.
Oh yeah.
I like that a lot because I get to roll extra dice.
Yes.
Alright, so we're just gonna do this. And...
Roll the more hurts.
That's gonna be 10 piercing damage.
Okay. Where would you like to insert an arrow in this man's body?
Oh dear. Fluffy tries to aim for the face since she couldn't get into the face zone last time.
No, Jekka, no.
Jekka, no! No, I don't do that. It's in the. It's just... Actually, no. I go right for the chest.
Right for the chest,
Right for the
just
chest.
center of mass.
Yep.
All right. So you get him. You get him right in that rib zone.
Yeah.
And he'll stagger and he'll sort of like fall back, but for whatever friggin' reason, he is still grinning like an idiot the whole time he's being impaled by your arrow. And you see him, like, as he's like falling over, you see him yoink out a dagger. Classic wavy evil bad guy looking dagger. And he will shank himself right next to your arrow.
That's just unnecessary.
And he's gonna fall down to the ground. And almost instantly, as he like lands on the ground, and you see some of his blood start to seep out into the dirt of the floor, the room starts to shake. And
Ruh-roh.
always good. And right when that happens, as the ground shakes and everything's like getting all weird and the ground's all shifting underneath you, right out of the center, it almost looks like it's a giant apple. Comes up out of the dirt and just like makes that mound and just bursts out, and it's a giant apple, but with like tendrily, like branch-like arms and like root-like, like basically like Groot if his core was an apple. It is also a great shirt.
Also, Renee Magritte would have a really great day here.
This is our god now.
Palm
We found our new god.
I like.
That's very good.
I like Palm de Terre.
Oh yeah, Palm de Terre. Whoa.
Whoa. Is it a crabby apple?
Oh yeah, no, that rotting fruit smell only gets stronger when this thing bursts out.
Oh, is it just like one giant? Like it's like you get an apple with a bruise on it, but it's got that bruise texture all throughout.
All over.
It's just mushy.
It's like you
Really?
it's like you rolled an apple none too gently on a counter and then let it sit for an hour. That look.
And
Except
but it has like a face.
But it has like a face, and it's huge, and it's screaming at you.
I am fruit is also good. Yeah.
I am fruit.
So
Yes.
I am Groot.
I am fruit. So, as this thing blasts out of the ground, go ahead, Ian. Give me a dexterity save to hop out of the way of this thing.
Avoid apple.
If my die didn't decide to go flying across the room, maybe.
I hate when that happens.
11?
11? Okay. Yeah, that's
Rolling
fine.
trash on my saves today.
Yeah, that's okay. Like you get staggered back, but you're not knocked prone or anything like that. And all right, so now it is Garmin's turn. You got a giant, rotting, screaming fruit in the middle of this room now. What you gonna do?
I'm gonna make a break for the door. So I'm gonna just be like, we should probably get out of here. And my 2 daggers at it as I run back towards the door.
Okay.
So I'll make roll for the first is a 20 to hit.
That will hit.
Alright. Do I get sneak attack on this or no?
Yes, because Ian's still right up next to it, so that still counts.
Okay.
Right up in his grill.
So, sorry, wait. Before I do this, the mayor is gone?
His
What happened to him? He's on top of the apple?
Yeah, his body is still here, but just the way this thing came out of the ground, like he's just sort of up on top of it, like his body's just kind of riding this thing around as it's just lurching its way around.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so I will throw both my daggers at it. First one hits with a 20, and the second is a 22 to hit.
Yeah, that's
so. I'll do sneak attack on the first one. So that's, oh boy. It's 9 damage total.
Okay.
2 1s and a 4. And then for the second one, so bonus action, or the second attack doesn't apply modifiers to damage. It's just straight dice.
Yeah.
How does that work?
Yeah,
Okay.
the bonus attack's just straight dice.
So 5.
5. Alright. Okay. So,
And then I'm going 25 feet back towards the door, which should put me just about at it, I believe.
yeah, I'd say so. Yeah, you basically just retrace your steps, but a little bit quicker.
Yeah, a little bit.
But yeah, both of the psychic knives just zip right out and sink right deep into that pulpy, mealy flesh, and right in there, the thing screams even louder than before. But it is Biddy's turn.
They actually disappear. They disappear after they hit.
Oh, okay, so they like shunk in and then
Just poof.
nice. Yeah, Biddy, what you do now?
Well, it's because my crossbow threw me back. Technically, I'm prone, so I'm gonna use half my movement to get up.
Mm-hmm.
And I see the giant apple, and my eyes get even bigger, and I'm just like, tally ho, and I shoot it again. Is there anyone within 5 feet?
Yes.
Yes.
Cool. Yeah, that should hit. That's a 22.
Oh yeah. Yep. Excuse me.
Let's see here. Let's get sneak attack. It's not bad. That's 11 points of damage.
Alrighty.
And I'm prone again.
Beautiful. Alright, Fox.
Chirp, chirp.
I think I'm gonna try to fly my way above the apple
Okay.
and grab the body of the mayor. Presumably the amulet's still around the neck.
It is.
And then take it away and like escape with it.
Okay.
I know there's only like 20 feet. The ceiling is only like 20 feet tall, so I'm not sure how much space there is to actually try to do this?
There's it's like about 10 feet. The thing's a good, probably about 10 feet tall or so. So you got some wiggle room to try and get in there.
Okay.
So, are you trying to grab like the mare's whole body, or are you just trying to grab the amulet?
If I can just grab the amulet, I'll try to just do that. But I kind of figured I wouldn't be able to like maneuver it off of his neck if he's limp, dead.
All right. So yeah, I will go ahead. Yeah, you can fly over because Aarakocra have a crazy fly speed, and go ahead and give me a sleight of hand. Or sleight of foot or hand, whichever appendage you want to use.
Sleight of talent.
Sleight of appendage.
I rolled a 19, so that's a 24.
Okay.
Like
So yeah,
grabber.
with whatever limb you'd like to choose, you can definitely grab a hold of the chain for the amulet and yank it off the body.
Okay, and then I'm just gonna fly away, back towards
Back
an
towards the
exit
door.
or an ally.
Okay. Alrighty. So yeah, that'll be fine. You can manage to just do a big old loop and end up pretty much back where you started.
Okay. And then I'm gonna turn to Garmin and say, "Look what I got." That'll be my turn.
All right. And let's see. So that's Fox. All right, Kendrick.
So 2 key questions.
Yes.
1, did I see Fox retrieve the amulet?
Yes. Yeah. You would have seen him swoop over and grab something.
2, did the crazy ass wizard mare drop his staff?
Drop his what? Sorry.
Staff.
His staff?
The staff.
Yes, he did.
I'm gonna pick it up
Okay.
and try and activate it to burn the apple.
Okay.
Oh, there you go.
All right.
Nice.
All right. So for that, I will have you give me an Arcana check.
Yeah. 16.
16. Okay. So yeah, with this, you do see that you can cast Burning Hands with it.
I will. Yeah.
So, all right.
You're gonna
I will
bake
do
that
that.
apple.
So we will do that. This thing will do
Burning
a
Hands.
save, and it will fail the save because this thing ain't dexterous.
Nope.
But as the actually, yeah, go ahead and give me some dice. I need to. It's
Yeah.
3d6 for Burning Hands. So give me
3d6?
that. Yeah.
6. So. I have an 8. 8 points of flamey damage.
Okay. So you point the staff, you blast the flames out at it, and you're getting some solid contact. There's a lot of good sear going on the outside. You definitely smell. It smells better burning. In all honesty, still doesn't smell great, but it smells better.
Just like mom's apple
Yeah.
pie.
But you're looking at it, and it doesn't seem to be doing much other than cooking it.
It's only
Okay.
cooking it.
But it's just like it doesn't seem to be like impairing it or harming it. The screaming is still like it's just like now turning and just yelling at you now. It doesn't seem to be screaming in pain, more just anger.
Okay. Well. So is everyone else now that we have the amulet, or are we actually gonna fight this thing?
What
I
do you
figured
got,
we
Flo?
could
Just
just
look at
we could just bail.
I mean, there's people
Okay.
running from the door. I can take a hint.
Yeah. Then if that's the case, I'm going to 100% use my cunning action to dash the hell away from.
There you go.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you can make it. You
Steal
can
the
make it
thing
to
and
the
run.
door.
That feels like a rogue boss fight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's my turn.
All right. So yeah, so you definitely make it back to the door. So at this point, Lukey, Tom, Ian, you guys are all basically around the door. Kate, you never really moved from the entrance anyway, so you're just like on your back with the crossbow near the door.
I've been pushed back 10 feet between the two turns, so I'm pretty much at the door.
Okay. And you were... Where'd you end up? Are you still more up close?
No, I took my distance so I could fire
right.
my bow. So
That's right.
I'm probably... I can be door adjacent pretty quick.
Okay. Alright, so it is the apple's turn. And it is going to charge right at all of you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And let's see. So we'll do.
I am an apple.
Let me see who it is.
Nice for this.
We're all gonna get applesauced.
So it's gonna try and take a swing at Lukey, with his branchy arm.
Crisscross applesauce.
I mean, apples and birds have a long history of animosity.
That's
so
true.
It's true. So does
also, I apologize. I have to buy over.
does a 14 hit?
Yep.
Yep. Okay. So it's gonna vine whip you basically for 3 damage.
3?
3. Low dice, but it whacks you right across the face with a branchy, sticky, well, stick-like, not sticky. It's
Stick-ish.
not. This thing's gross, but it's not sticky.
It might as well be.
And it'll whap you with that. And it is now done, but it's right up in all of your grill, right at the door. So, Fluffy.
Well, I don't like that. I think that's rude. So yeah, so it's effectively a melee range, right?
Oh yeah. But it has so many people adjacent to it.
Yeah. So I'm gonna. Let's see. Do I need to specifically disengage from it? Probably. It's based me.
Yes.
Without an
yeah.
opportunity attack.
Yeah. It's gonna take a swing at you if you try and slip by it.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll do that. I'll disengage. I'll step away through the door, but only as far as I can, and still get a shot through the door if I can.
Okay. Yep.
Just above everyone's head, but to the apple mass.
Okay.
And I will try to short bow it. 17.
17 will hit.
Alright. And sneak attack dice. I rolled a bunch of hot garbage for damage. 4 damage.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not been a good night for me rolling dice.
Alright.
It's fine. I'm sure it's fine.
Alright. We are up to Garmin.
Alright, so I am going to... How... Cunning action is a bonus action. Okay. That's a problem. Alright, I am going to disengage and then use my cunning action to dash through the door as far down the hall as I can.
So you just like so you just run past me like I've got my short bow ready to go and you're just like nope.
And I'm just like peace.
Love it.
Because I don't have any weapons, and it takes a bonus action to summon my, and I threw them both last turn. So the only way for me to get out is to just run.
Okay.
So it's just Forrest Gump running.
Yeah, I'm just Forrest Gumping it.
Okay. So that thing makes its way. So yeah, you make your way through, right past the cat, right down one of the hallways. Do you go left or right? Left would bring you back towards the cell that you guys escaped from earlier. Right's the other way you haven't explored yet.
I go right.
You go right?
I went down to the end. I previously went down to the end with the gate.
Yep. Yeah, that's...
That had the chains.
Yeah, you did go down that way, but the, you feel like that was sort of like just halfway across the circle. That's on the opposite side of this chamber where you are now.
Does this take
So
place
there's
at the
there's
Sheraton?
another half circle that you haven't explored yet.
Oh, okay.
And that would be to the right. I mean, obviously, if you go left enough, you're gonna hit the exit. You do know.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna go where I know, to where that gate is, and see if I can start looking to see if I can find a way to open it.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you can make it with dashing out. You can make it most of the way back to the cell. So you're not quite at the gate yet.
All right.
All right. Biddy.
I'm going to use half of my movement to stand up. I'm going to disengage with my bonus action. I'm going to go 10 feet down the hall, and I'm going to shoot at it again.
Okay.
That is... Sorry. That is an 18 to hit.
That will hit.
Is there still people within 5 feet?
Oh yes. Yep.
Oh. Okay. That's actually a natural 20. Because I didn't roll with advantage.
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year. Go ahead and roll so many dice right now.
Oh, that's really good too. 24 points of damage.
Okay.
And I get shot back another 5 feet.
As you launch back, you see the arrow go right between what we're gonna assume are its eyes. It doesn't have eyeballs. It just has two like sunken bruises that look like eyes.
Oh no!
And right straight into that, and you just see the arrow disappear right into the pulp. And then the thing just kind of like shudders for a second.
No.
And drops right to the ground. And sploosh.
And while on her back, you just see two fists go, yeah!
So with that, I'm gonna need Ian and Luke to both give me dexterity saves to avoid being immersed in rotting pulp.
Critical success, Natch 20.
All right.
Happy New Year.
This was a dexterity save?
Yes.
I'm not getting sauce today.
5 plus
No,
5.
that's not for you.
Okay. 10. All right. So you definitely get like blasted over by a wave of gooey applesauce pulp. And you just get knocked prone, and you're covered in goo. You don't... Go ahead and, do you do, as you're, like, being engulfed momentarily, do you do your best to not get any in your mouth?
My mouth is closed.
Okay. Okay.
So, I don't know why it would be open.
Okay.
We are fruit.
Gasp. Okay, so no, that's good. That's fine. You don't ingest any, but it's definitely gross and nasty, and it like.
If I did ingest any, I just regurgitate it like a bird.
I use my reaction to
walk it
thoroughly
back up.
not like this.
And Ian, with your beautiful save, you hop right back out of the way. No goo, not a speck on you.
Kept
Yeah.
just so graceful.
Yeah.
None of that, thank you.
Yeah,
Covered
Fluffy
in this
and
goo.
Fluffy and Biddy, you'll have to like scrabble back a little bit to not get any on you, but you're not in the splash zone.
Okay.
And Garmin, go ahead and give me a perception check from down the hallway.
Nat 20, so 21.
Nice. So you hear, the sound you hear is you hear like the twang of a crossbow, which is pretty familiar, and then you hear like a shunk and a pulpy splat and like a creaking sound, and then goosh.
And a little tiny yay!
And that's what you hear echoing
that
from
was
both
good.
sides of the hallway.
Along,
giant water
along with a
balloon.
very loud orcish nope.
No down out of there.
As I'm covered in the pulpy goo, I turn and say, "Who wants a hug?" Start gesturing.
We're all in this together.
Yeah, we're all friends here.
We have all become the rancid apple goo.
Oh, this
Is that going to be
fantastic.
our name now? Is that our squad
Rancid
name? the
Apple Goo?
Trap?
Fantastic.
Yeah, I think so.
So,
Rag.
you're now out of initiative. You've defeated the big evil apple and the evil mayor that summoned it. Anybody wants to try and escape at this point?
Oh no.
It's up to you guys if you just want to live here now.
I think running's a good idea. I recommend it.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna loot the apple.
Squishy seeds.
And
Yeah.
I'm gonna root around and rip apart the rotten fruit, see if I can find anything interesting.
All you
Giant
find,
apple seeds.
yeah, you find some big, like, overly bulbous apple seeds that are like much squishier than you think they should be. And you do find in the process the mayor's body never got moved off the top of this thing until it exploded. So as you're like shifting around, you do find the corpse in the goo as well.
I will loot the corpse.
I was wondering about that.
Oh, neat.
At this point,
Dirty,
you
dirty
find.
bird.
I mean, he's not gonna get any dirtier at this point. Like, there's no.
Just embrace it. This is you now.
So on him, you find some nasty goo-covered robes. You find his ceremonial dagger, which, looking at it, really just sort of seems ceremonial. It doesn't necessarily seem special in any
It's
way,
not even
but
sharp.
it's cool. You definitely
It's
know
cool.
You definitely know it'll stab a guy. The only other loot he would have had is the staff that I'm assuming Kendrick still has.
Oh yeah.
All right.
I just imagine Fox is just like a horrible candied apple at this point. Like there's just like just like it's not caramel though. It's just
That
No,
red
let's go.
candy
it's like the
apple.
worst applesauce. Which-
So brown. And,
Yeah, like I'm not big on good applesauce, so this is.
bad applesauce.
So now that you've destroyed the nasty thing, let's see. Go ahead and give me a perception check, Lukey, while you're shuffling around in the goo.
Ugh.
awful.
A
What was it, sir?
16.
16. All right. So as you're rooting around, you look up back towards the portal to see what everybody's doing, and you do see up against that wall, you do see a inconspicuous but present lever.
Oh. I'm gonna pull it.
All right.
I'm gonna think about it.
The crossbows come out of the wall.
Yay!
Now with that, you hear above your head, you hear like a bunch of clunking, and it sounds like a bunch of chains are moving around up there in the ceiling. And Garmin, from where you are, you hear the same sort of sound echoing up the hallway from towards the gate.
Alright.
Run back. I think the gate's opening. People might be coming.
I found a lever!
That was it.
Me too!
Let's go find out.
Everybody!
I sure hope it wasn't something worse.
Wrong.
It'd be worse than a
And-
rancid apple.
And so,
Gee, I wonder.
The
as you-
worm inside of it.
Oh no!
No, that's my specialty.
So yeah, as you guys go and investigate the exit, you do see that it is now open. It is a beautiful, cloudy, lightly overcast night outside. It's definitely the same night. You guys managed to clear this in about as much time as you managed to clear this tonight.
Wow.
So there, you do
Nice.
have the cover of darkness outside.
My element.
Yeah, it's like beautiful temperature, light breeze.
In the town?
Where you are, now that you're looking, you are on a hill above the town. Like, there was like it's just like a hill over right between a pair of these big apple orchards, and it sort of overlooks the town square, so you're right outside the center of town.
Alright.
Interesting.
Friggin' wizards.
And at this
There's
point,
no one around?
no, it's like dead midnight at this point. There's a couple people wandering around, like, sort of clearly drunk, just like wandering around the empty tables that are still set up but are cleared off in the middle of town. But a lot of smoke coming from chimneys. It looks like pretty much everybody except the mayor turned in for the evening after you guys passed out. So, in order to make your escape, though, because I'm assuming you guys don't want anything else to do with this town that definitely poisoned you and tried to turn you into a giant evil apple.
I mean,
Yeah, probably not.
No.
I mean, I kind of want a little bit of revenge.
I was gonna say, I
Can we
mean,
get-
if the town is flammable, I'd love to set it on fire on the way.
Let's do it!
no.
Definitely soaked in alcohol.
Right?
I mean, you have the staff.
I know that's what I'm thinking.
Oh, I wonder what this amulet does. I'm gonna put on the amulet.
Okay.
Let's start a cult.
We're supposed to deliver that.
I could probably tell you what it does.
Already on.
Alright, so you put on the amulet, and you really don't feel any different. You don't feel any
Does he look
change
any
or
different?
nope. Nope, doesn't look any different. Still looks birdy and covered in nasty applesauce.
I'm gonna like tap it. Okay.
Hang on.
I'm just getting super big Secret of Nim vibes. Like,
Yes.
Jeremy with the amulet, like, yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta have that sparkly.
Let's set the town on fire.
Yeah.
Alright, so
I think
that's
that's our. I think that's our
4-1.
course of action.
Says the small child.
Okay.
Set it on fire!
So what I'm gonna need from you guys then, everybody who is gonna set this bitch on fire, I'll burn the building down. That's just I'll burn.
It
I'll set
burn-
it-
Do
it
we
set the
find,
building
do
on
we find a
fire.
stipulation?
I mean, I just a moment of insight. It seems very likely that the entire town is complicit in this weird capture plan that the mayor is
Yeah.
doing, right? Like we're like, because if they seem like they're just innocent bystanders and the mayor's just pulling some weird
Yeah,
bullshit
like,
behind the
maybe
scenes,
not.
I don't want to take it out on the town. But like,
No, I'm 100% on the this was a planned train. Why
Yeah,
else would no one come to the town?
right? That's true.
burn them.
All right.
And I don't trust what they said about their neighboring village anymore. I don't think they eat dogs.
I don't think so either.
I think that may have been a lie.
You know, I've heard some shady stuff about that town, but you might be right on this one.
I mean,
Yeah.
in comparison, them eating dogs to kidnapping and feeding children to a
Resurrecting
giant apple.
All right. So
Yeah, small
I mean,
potatoes.
neither.
Let a
I really
child
just don't like
drink.
small villages. That's what it amounts to. I
Let's
think.
burn the other one too.
Let's
Why not,
burn
right?
everything.
so
I mean,
what
how
I'll,
many how many charges does this staff have?
well, that's what you're gonna have to find out. As you guys are sneaking through the town, what I'm gonna need you to do is first I will need a round of stealth checks from everyone who is either looking to just escape the town or is looking to actively set this business on fire. Which are
So-
I got a
I'm
24.
not burning a town.
Okay, so you just roll stealth to just sneak to the edge of town.
What if I want to like warn people of the fire?
Bad kitty.
You can do
Bad
it.
kitty.
I mean, I'm just gonna make it clear that my plan is to set the barrels of cider on fire.
I was gonna say dump the cider and set it on fire, and then it sets everything else on fire.
Well, I like the idea of setting the barrels on fire because those are the poisoned things. Explode it if it explodes. If it doesn't, it just burns and it's fine. But if it explodes, it just makes a mess and it's just fine. And like, and they'll know not to do it again.
You know, the more I think about this, it's likely that not all of the cider was poisoned.
Yeah, were we targeted and I don't.
I mean, I have no way of knowing. I ate everything.
I believe this town worships a weird, like,
Apple god.
older apple god.
Did anyone
which
say
I'm-
anything about like Lord Apple earlier? I don't think we had any exchanges to that effect.
No.
No.
And I mean,
All right, hold on. I'm gonna go find some stuff out. I trot on over to like the nearest house
Mm-hmm.
and I knock on the door.
No.
Okay. All right. So
No, and no. Although it is a missed opportunity that the mayor's name was not Steve.
no, it wasn't.
Next
Um,
time, Steve.
So you knock on the door, and it's like middle of the night. You hear somebody shuffling around. Takes a minute for someone to like sort of peek through the window. You see the curtains move, and then move back, and the door opens, and it was the woman who served you guys the cider
Okay.
at the door.
All right.
And she's like, "What? Why are you out so late?"
I stare through her with my moonlit eyes that I would like to maybe be reflective in that freaky way that cat's eyes are.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Yes.
Yep.
And I say, have you heard any news from our lord the Apple God?
The what?
I look over my shoulder to where everyone is and I say, everyone else is fine. This town's fine. And I just
I'm
leave.
just gonna I'm gonna run up to that door in my most menacing voice and be like, "Did you poison us?"
Oh! So the cat leaves and a half orc just rolls up out of the darkness.
Did you poison us? Alright, well, let's see here. This is not her whistling. This is me. Okay. No, I did not poison you. I drugged you.
Oh.
What?
You hear Fluffy from the bushes.
Point the staff at her.
She's a witch!
Oh shit.
Wow.
Oh no.
And alright, so with that, we can sort of speed this up a little bit. Do you all now intend fully to burn this village to the ground?
Burn the
Yes.
bitch to the ground!
She didn't know about the awful apple god though.
Quiet, kitty, we're burning it!
She knew what she was doing. We're done.
Fluffy
propose-
jumps 5 feet in the air at that, at being yelled at by the toddler. And bushy tail
This is what's
kinda-
happening right now.
I propose
perfect
that
special effects. Thank you.
we give the staff to Biddy, and then I pick Biddy up, and we fly around and burn this place Fort Worth style. Drop napalm.
That is incredible.
That's amazing.
Wow,
Oh
we're
my.
reenacting the end of Game of Thrones.
real
Okay.
fast.
Dang. Dang. So, as from a village nearby, the townsfolk are woken to the rising smoke from their neighboring village and the glow over the hills of an immense conflagration. Everyone sort of just stays in their homes and doesn't venture out until the next morning when it's light and all they find are burned out buildings and broken cider barrels. And one man brave enough to go up to the burial mound hill in town finds 2 corpses and a lot of terrible applesauce. And the 5 figures ghosting off into the night are never discovered, but are very well rewarded by the Archmage if they so choose to turn up with that amulet.
Yeah, I mean, I think we returned the amulet. That's what we...
Yeah, why not?
That's what you were
It
hired
doesn't
for.
do anything.
Yeah. And with that, congratulations, guys.
I'm so proud of us. We
Oh,
really did it.
man. You
We
guys,
did something.
So much.
You guys... I knew Rhodes was gonna be weird, but holy crap. I did not expect a firebombing of a farming village.
We didn't expect an apple cult.
Bombing infant.
So... Yeah, that was a solid adventure. I would like to thank all of my players. That was fantastic. I'd like to thank
you.
everybody who watched
Thank
and
you.
sat
Thank you very
through all
much.
of our.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you guys. Everyone who sat through all of our technical difficulties to make it to this terrible place with us. Thank you for watching. I would also like to thank, while I'm just at this, I would like to thank Buffalo Scrying Things for their services this evening. Ale, Dungeons, Wings. And I would also honestly like to thank the author
Try
Felix
their new apple
Meyer for Felix Meyer for writing and putting up this module on the DM's Guild. The module is Accursed Apple Twists. If you ever want to play this one with your home campaign.
That's amazing.
That's my
Did
new
we miss
off-menu
anything?
Dunkin' Donuts.
No,
order.
you guys did pretty much everything. The only spot that you didn't do is there is another room on the other side of the circle.
Ooh.
So
Does it
appropriate.
have more prisoners in it?
No, it was. What is that room? It is another tomb. One that is actually still a tomb. And you guys, there are just some graves with a lot of like allusions to an apple creature or apples in general.
Oh.
Like there would have been a lot more like.
So the thing that would have foreshadowed the giant apple monster coming
It was
after
a little
us.
less random.
Yep. And then there would have been some loot and maybe some traps. But yeah, that was the only
We
room that
shortcutted
you.
it.
Well, you guys just didn't go over there. You're like, it's alright, we found the exit. Okay, cool, let's backtrack. Okay, we found the important door. Well, let's do that. And then you triggered the boss fight. So,
Caps locked our way through
like
this.
you guys did the important stuff, but yeah, there wasn't much more. So for you guys to do, you guys did pretty much everything in this sweet little module.
Nice.
Yeah, it was
So-
fun.
Yeah, so again, thank you
Well
guys.
done.
Yeah, it was
Thank
very
you,
fun.
stream.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
This
Go
was so
ahead.
much fun.
This was a blast. Thank you very much.
This is the D&D fix that I needed.
Yay.
Yeah.
Seriously. Very much needed.
I will say, I will just mention that most D&D games I partake in tend to go this
To
way.
end in fire. Like,
To end
And they go
with
chaotic evil real fast.
I mean,
more so completely, what's the right way to say this? Apathetic chaos? As in, complete
Murder
disregard for anyone but the party?
mm.
Murder hobos, essentially.
murder hobos.
Yeah, murder hobos.
Yep.